Hey guys, Paul here with Late Night Games, just for another one of our little weekly powwow, get-together, chitter-chatter sort of things. Now, I noticed that the communication visually here is a little one-way, so if there's anything you guys, want to ask, want to say, have questions for me, anything along those lines, if you leave them in the comment section down below, I'll certainly answer them. And if it's something like you want to know more about something about me, I don't know, I'll probably answer it in one of these videos here, as opposed to just with text. Simple questions though I'll throw as a text response, because I like typing. No, actually I hate typing, but it's part of what I do, and I like what I do. So on to what we're going to talk about this week. The first thing I want to touch on is the most recent game we have come to the finishing of, Sangoku Basara Samurai Heroes. The adventures of Punchy McPuncherson, or Ieyasu Tokugawa, have now come to an end. We were victorious, and where the video ended off was actually in the end credits. Now, after the credits, it had actually unlocked another playable character, it had unlocked an alternate costume for Ieyasu, it had unlocked some specific gear that only Ieyasu can equip that greatly increases his stats, but it's a 4-piece set, so I would first need to find a weapon that could allow the equipping of 4 items. The highest I have right now is 3. And it unlocked an alternate path for Ieyasu, so if I play the game through a second time as him, I can change what path he takes. There's a divergence point where it goes off into another direction, and the story alters theoretically. I haven't actually played it. That being said, this game has a lot more, I'm not going to call it replay value, as some people aren't big fans of this type of gameplay, but it's got a lot more for a completionist that would have to do. Now, as to how I feel about the game, I personally really enjoy it. But I'm a big fan of the Dynasty Warriors series, especially for days where I just want to grab a controller, start mashing on buttons, and watch a whole bunch of combos and flurries and go everywhere. For people who are into the Dynasty Warriors saga, people who have liked 99 Nights, any of those games, this game is one that they're going to enjoy. The combos are fluid, but the combos are simple. Not only are the combos fluid and simple, but they're beautiful. And the characters are very well fleshed out. A lot of this comes from, as me and my brother mentioned in the playthrough we did together, the fact that this originally was a Japanese animated cartoon, or an anime. In the anime, the series had had time to flesh out the characters, flesh out their personalities, get voice actors, so when this was put through as a Dynasty Warriors style game, they had the base there already to make very likable, enjoyable, full characters that you care about and either love or love to hate, depending on the character. For those of you who hate the Dynasty Warrior saga, you're not going to enjoy this game though. It is a lot of button mashing and repetitive action. The storyline can only push a game so far in those cases. It is quite the grind fest. The music in the game fit the setting. It wasn't anything overly spectacular. The intro video was just awesome. I love that, and the fact that in the final battle they use that same theme song, or at least the final battle for Ieyasu, I don't know about anyone else's, but the instrumental version of that theme song being used in the final battle really added an element. They also totally cranked the difficulty level for the final battle, or at least it felt that way. The last stage was so long and drawn out for Ieyasu's playthrough that I honestly barely made it through that battle. I was playing by the seat of my pants, and I made a few cheap tactics, but that's because I didn't want to have to redo the entire level all over again. Overall, of the games I've played, I would recommend this one for people. Overall, of the games I've played, I would definitely recommend Sangoku Basara, as I said, for anyone who is a fan of a Dynasty Warriors style game, or that type of beat-em-up game. I can't recommend it as highly as I would recommend XCOM Enemy Unknown. That game was just awesome and amazing, and the XCOM series brought back to life in a way that was gorgeous and beautiful, unlike the trailer of XCOM that we originally were afraid we would get as a first-person shooter. And the game has far more replayability than I Am Alive, with I Am Alive being as it was so story-driven. It was a great game, it was a wonderful game. For the cost, it was very much worth it, but once you play through it once, I have not had any urge to pick it back up. Sangoku Basara, I've already gone ahead and played through a few more matches as other people just to get a hang of it, because it's a lot of fun and it's something I like picking up when I'm mucking around. Now this leaves a new empty time slot. We no longer have a game filling the Saturday time slot. A couple weeks ago, I put a list of my entire library, and I did have 2 recommendations. Those recommendations were for Persona, either 3 or 4, or Witcher 2. I think I'm going to start with The Witcher 2 at this point, and maybe use Persona 4 as a game for when I have some extra time, or Persona 3. I haven't decided yet. So really, you guys won't know for sure what it is, because I haven't made up my mind as of the point of this video until it gets uploaded for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, you'll see what the new video series for Saturdays is. It's going to be a toss-up between Persona and Witcher. Now, if we do Persona, I've played the hell out of these games in the past, but I didn't complete them. I just played really far into them. That being said, I won't be going into those blind if I play those. The Witcher 2, however, I have not even seen an actual review of the game. It was recommended to me by a guy at GameStop. It was also recommended to me by a few other friends I know. It was for sale on Steam, so I picked it up. I haven't installed it. I haven't played it. I have no idea what I'm getting into, and that could be exciting. In the world of Shogun 2 Total War, Dave and I have slowly been pushing across Japan from the eastern point where I started and the southern area where he began. Now, in our playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic, we keep running into the repetitive problem of being captured and someone trying to assassinate us and then getting stuck in one area. I'm finding it a little bit tedious that every time we get to a new area, we're stuck there, and the game's coming up with reasons for us to be stuck there. I mean, it makes sense. You can't just gallivant around the galaxy nilly-nally. We're in a half-damaged ship. We just escaped a station. I have no idea who I am. But my ship, actually, no. I'm not going to spoil anything. Go ahead and watch it, but you'll understand my frustration at the end of the episode 11 that was posted on Thursday. Yes. Yesterday's episode 11. You'll understand my frustration. Also, today's Far Cry video was recorded last week. I recorded next week's Far Cry video yesterday. And at the end of this episode, I say I'm going to come back and do something. By the time next week's episode comes out, and I had recorded it, I had completely forgot I said I was going to do something. So, while I'm not going to give too much away, I'm sorry next week will not have the promised moose hunting or deer hunting or whatever it was I said. I think it was moose, yeah. We will not be hunting any moose next week. No, it was deer. It was deer. We will not be hunting any deer next week. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I know you were all looking forward to me slaughtering some deer or getting slammed in the stomach by deer, but it's not gonna happen. Maybe later, but not yet. Also, this Sunday we will have a normal episode of Vampire the Masquerade going up. No more surprise conventions this weekend or other reasons why I won't be recording. I've already got the episode queued up and ready to launch, so it'll be up for you guys for Sunday. For those of you who have been enjoying that playthrough, I'm sorry that I kind of shafted you, but it'll be coming out, I promise. Just stay with us. Also, this week, I got back together with Commander Sweetthang, and we did another playthrough of Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army. This one here, we decided to turn friendly fire on, and it was quite an enjoyable session. This time Steam didn't get in the way and didn't disconnect us before we got to the end of the level. But as to what did happen, you'll have to watch it. I'll put links to both mine and Sweethangs down in the comment area below, so you can, or the description below, so you can check it out from both our perspectives. But really, that's all I have for today. There's not that much going on this week. Outside of the world of the channel, it's been a fairly slow week since Sunday. Sunday was probably the big moment of the week, but since then it's been just day by day doing my thing, working day, playing games at night, same old, same old. Hopefully this week is a little more exciting and I'll have more to tell you guys by next week. But if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, want me to bring up, want me to mention, please do let me know. I'm always open to always open to suggestions and more than willing to take your feedback and answer whatever questions you guys have within reason. You can ask me almost anything. But as I said, that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to check us out on Facebook or Twitter if you want to keep up to date with all of our releases. Subscribe and like this video if you like what you're seeing. I've been Paul, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.